So I am doing a rebuttal to Tyler Walsh, and basically Tyler is stating that the U.S. military should not have troops in the Middle East. Um, he states that the Afghanistan nation doesn't trust America. Yet, to this day, according to our embassy in Afghanistan, states that our relationship is strong, long-term, and broad bilateral partnership where there is a shared interest in advancement of democracy, peace, security, and development. Basically, all of Tyler's argument is past tense. It's reasonings of what happened pretty much 10, 15, 20 years ago and why that should make an impact now. And so he talked about America and how he just left Afghanistan and then came back a couple years later to help. America left because they thought Afghanistan had an understanding of democracy and could do it on their own and copy the idea that we taught them. And then when we left, non-state actors such as like ISIS, the Taliban, Al-Qaeda, they started taking extreme measures. So we went back to put an end to these acts and help the state by providing security and peace while supporting their development in democracy and as a country. And then another thing that was brought up was oil. Now, yes, we went to Afghanistan. A big reason was oil, but you didn't touch on why. A lot of it was we wanted to protect the use of oil and how much is consumed from other countries for like nuclear development. And actually today we do not depend on their oil. The US has focused only on domestic natural gas production. So what we do now is just ensure the free flow of oil from the Persian Gulf is at a reasonable price to other places, states. And one big thing I took out of it, and I actually want to quote it, was you said, "We keep throwing manpower and money at a situation where ISIS, which is an idealistic group, and you cannot stop ideology." So ideology is, yes, like people have a specific belief, idea, and they are willing to die for it. But what about the innocent bystanders that get hurt or die because of the group? The U.S. is there as a partner to help protect the people. So we're going to go and get ourselves involved in it when one of our partners is, hurting. They're getting attacked by a non-state actor group. And you bring up manpower. Our manpower numbers have significantly dropped from when you're kind of talking about. So, which is, like I said, over 10 years ago. And we've dropped this to give states the opportunity to kind of run their own state, but also keep our forces there just as guidance and security from non-state actor groups. And as far as money goes, we actually share resources between both places. It's not just one-sided. We give them resources and technology, equipment, etc., military help, and we get stuff from them as well. So it's not just a one-sided basis relationship. But my main thing is, the only place you were actually hitting on is Afghanistan. The US has troops in Afghanistan, Bahrain, Iraq, Jordan, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Syria, Turkey, United Arab Emirates. There's a lot. The Middle East is a very broad place. You were kind of just talking about our relationship with Afghanistan, but there's so much we do for the Middle East. You don't bring up anything about how half the U.S. arms exports go to Saudi Arabia and Egypt and the United Arab Emirates. And the U.S. is also Israel's single largest trading partner with semiconductors and telecommunications equipment. So, there's so much more to it than I think that you actually were diving into. Yes, there's been history with us and Afghanistan, but if you look at how it's developed from 10, 15, 20 years ago of where you're talking about to where we're at now, there's a lot I think that is missing in your argument. And that's why I truly believe we should keep our military troops in the Middle East, just because there's definitely a lot more mutual benefits for both parties, not just the U.S. from, watching their oil, or, the U.S. being there just to prevent other countries from, reaching power. So that's just my side of it. I appreciate your time listening.